David's friends Jonathan had a son, namely Mephibosheth. How David shows kindness to Mephibosheth. Let's see. When David became king, he remembered the promise he had made to King Saul's son, Jonathan, to show kindness to his family and descendants. Jonathan and Saul had both died in battle against the Philistines. In those days, a new ruler would often kill the relatives of a previous king as they might be a threat to his rule. David asked his advisors,
"Is there anyone belonging to Saul's family to whom I can show kindness for Jonathan's sake?"
A servant of Saul, called Ziba, was summoned. The king asked Ziba,
"Is there anyone still alive from Saul's family to whom I can show God's kindness?"
Ziba replied,
"There is Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, who is lame in both feet."
Mephibosheth had been a young child at the palace when a messenger ran to announce news of King Saul's death and that the Philistines were coming. His nurse picked him up and fled, but as she hurried to leave, he fell and became disabled.
"Where is he?"
the king asked. Ziba explained that Mephibosheth was living at Lo-Debar. David sent for him. Mephibosheth arrived at the palace in fear, not knowing what David would do to him.
"Don't be afraid,"
David told him,
"for I will show you kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan."
Mephibosheth bowed and said,
"Who am I that you should notice a dead dog like me?"
The king summoned Ziba and said,
"I have given Mephibosheth everything that belonged to Saul and his family. You and your 15 sons and 20 servants are to farm the land for him and bring in the crops to provide for him."
David then told Mephibosheth that he would always eat at the king's table with the king's sons and be treated like one of them. From that day all the members of Ziba's household became servants of Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth lived in Jerusalem, and always ate at the king's table.